Hi, it's Marcus from Aroma Time. I want to talk to you, the staff, about the chicken that we serve here at the restaurant. See, the chicken world is a dirty, very, very dirty business. Now, even if chickens are, let's say, raised organically or free range is a loose term, replies to the USDA Free Roaming Act or free roaming description, which means that birds can actually just wander about inside buildings on a concrete slab if you take it to the, to the strictest extent of that. Of course, some of the free range users have more open space than that, obviously. But if you're talking about free range birds, I mean, you can really get to some very small definition here to something that's really not free range as we would think of it free range. But something that's really dirty that's done in chicken is the processing. So the processing of chickens, chickens might live a better life out on the farm or something, but once they go to get processed in the plants, this is where the big issue is with the cross-contamination, if there's salmonella cross-contamination. But what a lot of these chicken producers do is they take the chickens after they're cleaned and everything, the carcasses, and they soak them in what we call a water bath that's filled with chlorine. Yes, chlorine. A chemical goes into the water, so it sort of like bleaches the chickens to actually disinfect the chickens. I like to refer to this as like the fecal bath, because all the chickens get thrown in here. If one chicken has, salmonella or fecal matter on it, that gets distributed throughout the whole, soaking system, through the whole bath. Now we use, so the big problem here is the chemical, the chlorine that's actually going into there. Because chicken and meat, they're going to have some kind of bacteria on them, just because that's, the nature of the processing industry. So some chicken producers use air-cooled systems where they don't soak it and cross-contaminate, or use a harmful chemical like chlorine. The chickens that we currently use, they're actually done through electrolysis water. So there are no chemicals used in it whatsoever. It's a chemical-free, it's done through electrolysis water. So it's the next step in hopefully the chicken processing of, having a chemical-free chicken. But you can go into the store and buy a free-range chicken or buy these chickens that look great. They've actually been soaked in chlorine. Yes, chlorine. So we have a policy here, no chlorine in our chicken. So if a customer asks you, how are the chickens processed and this and then, they are water-cooled, but they're water-cooled with electrolysis, which is a way to go in there and kill the harmful bacteria. So it ensures us just we're not using a chemical way of sanitizing. So that's just the other side of the chicken industry that not many of us are really exposed to or taught. And of course, it's not on the labels of the chicken, so you actually have to look on their website or actually call them. I had to call a couple chicken producers, and they said, no, we do soak in this, and this. I said, well, is that a chemical and is it chlorine? They're like, well, yes, it is. I'm like, okay, thank you. And so now we kind of know who to use, not to use. So hope this was helpful, because it actually listed on our menu that all of our chicken is chlorine free, and that's what that means. Okay, thanks, guys.